Alright, John here, preaching about Jesus Christ. This is from Deuteronomy chapter 27. And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, Keep all the commandments which I command you this day. And it shall be on the day when ye shall pass over Jordan unto the land which the Lord your God gives you, that you shall set you up great stones, and plaster them with plaster. And you shall write upon them all the words of this law, when you are passed over, that you may go in unto the land which the Lord your God gives you, a land that flows with milk and honey, as the Lord God of your fathers has promised you. So we've been going through Deuteronomy, and we see that, wait, I've heard this before, right? He's repeating this. As you go in, right, keep this law. As you go in, keep this law. Write this, remember this. He's being repetitive, right? He's letting them know, you're about to go into the land of milk and honey. This is my promise. I promise you. You're about to enter in. But he's really concerned. He's really giving them a charge, wanting them to... He's not just letting them go. Right? He's not just letting them go like opening the pen door, the fence, and saying, all right, guys, bye. That's it. That's what I came here to do. And you and me, we're done. We're done. So I know it was hard. I've been kind of hard on you guys, and you didn't like being led by me. But we're done, right? You don't have to deal with me anymore. You guys can go enjoy the land of milk and honey. It's all yours. So you see that that's not what's being done. And yet we have doctrines today like once saved, always saved, right? I'm done. All right, God, thanks. Goodbye. Right? You just want to go back to thanks for salvation. Now I get to go back to a life of sin. They sinned. They want to be free to sin, but that's not freedom. We've been freed into obedience. And so our mindset is so messed up that obedience doesn't sound like freedom to us, because we don't associate obedience with reward. You know, we're fake humble, saying, oh, no, reward, no, I don't care about it. No, I don't need it. But why do we really do that? Right? Because the diligent, the obedient, they see the reward, they get the reward, they taste the reward, and they don't say, oh, no, it's fine. No reward for me, I'll pass. No, they tasted it. No, this is good. This is good. This is good. Right? So sometimes, we'll get together with the brothers and we cook steak, and they put it out on the board. They cut it up, and nice, juicy, hot steak, very juicy, full of steak juice, and you eat it, seasoned well, like, oh, what did I just put in my mouth? Right? Oh, burst of flavor, oh, that experience. And you're not walking away, right? They still got more, and you're looking at it. Oh, I see you got more there, right? And they know why you're not leaving. Right? Oh, here's another one, right? Yes, you want more. You taste it. God says, taste and see. And people don't. People come, they do not taste, they do not see, they leave, and they claim that they know God. They claim that they have tasted and seen, but they say, oh, no, God, you don't have to bless me. God, no, it's okay. I'm so humble that I don't even care about reward. But that's because they haven't obeyed and tasted. That's because they haven't seen the goodness of God. So those that have obeyed and that they've seen and tasted, oh, you're this good, God, they don't want anything else. They don't want anything else. So some foods, they say, oh, yeah, jokingly, oh, no, that'll mess you up. Once you eat this, you'll never go back to, something, because it's so good, like it's a new standard. It's like that with God. a life in God, a life where you've obeyed and seen the response, because obedience is a planting, a sowing of seed, and then that's gonna grow. That's gonna grow into something. That's gonna grow into having a tree with fruit. And yeah, there were times when I lived on some properties where in the backyard they had a tree. I remember this one had lemons on it, and some grapes too sometimes. And yeah, maybe there were some other properties, other people I knew, they had maybe apples in their backyard. But that was great, just being able to pluck it off, eat it, and lemons whenever you want it. And then later, living without that, yeah, you miss it. Well, that was nice. I took that for granted. How nice it is just to have fruit hanging on a tree like that, instead of having to drive to the grocery store and pay X amount of money for, a certain amount per pound, versus just it growing every year. Every year you get to see the fruit on the tree. Oh, that's right. There was one place that had peaches. And that was beautiful, just having fruit in your backyard, a tree that just produces food. Like, you're not paying the tree doesn't have some kind of like 25-cent slot for your quarters to put in. No, it just produces. It's time for fruit. Here you go. It's my time of year. Here it is. And this is just dropping. There's so much fruit we can't even eat it all. It just drops to the floor. Oh, you guys didn't want this? No one's going to eat it? It just drops to the floor, fertilizes the soil. The birds eat it, right? Other animals eat it. And that's how your life can be. That's how you can be, right? A fruit-bearing person. And you can taste, right, what you've planted through obedience. You can eat your own obedience, right? From the produce of it, the product of it. There's a product. When you obey, you're sowing seed and it produces. But you need to be diligent, consistent, right? Because you can't just plant and then turn up the soil and then expect growth. Right? It needs to be cared for. It needs to have water. It needs to have the light. And you can't just have a seedling and then mow the part of it and cut off the seedling. Right? Inconsistency, things that are against the faith. And so that's why many people don't taste. Yeah, they might have obeyed this and that, but they also disobeyed here and there. So they don't see what they're supposed to see. So Jesus describes a mustard seed faith. And people are stuck. They're stuck. They keep repeating that. Mustard seed faith. Mustard seed faith. Oh, just a little faith, like a mustard seed. Oh, you just need a little, just a mustard seed. And they don't continue. They don't continue. Jesus kept talking. A mustard seed that grows. And they don't want to go there. Mustard seed faith. Oh, just a little bit. All you need is a mustard seed. No, but finish the story. What about the mustard seed? You plant it. You plant it. And yet people are preaching and they are passing around. They love it. Oh, look. My pastor said mustard seed faith. Oh, so my friend, you know what I heard in church today? Mustard seed faith. This is all you need here. Take it. Wow, really? Mustard seed faith. Wow. Here, pass it around. Mustard seed. Wow. So this is all I need. This is all I need. It needs to grow. It needs to grow. You have to plant that. You have to water it. You have to watch it. You have to water it again. And you have to watch it. And Jesus said it's going to grow. It's going to grow to be a giant tree, a big tree where other life forms come and lodge in it. It doesn't just produce fruit. It also hosts life. It harbors life. It gives shade. It's this, when you drive and you use certain landmarks, right? Landmarks. It's a sign. Oh, when you reach that, take a right. No, you'll see it. You won't miss it. Right? At the 76, at the oak tree, right? At that. It's a tree. It hosts life. Birds know that I can make homes. I can raise my children there. It produces shade. It's a landmark. It's a piece of work, right, in the land. Oh no, that one, we all can see it from here. And that's what we're called to be. That's what we're called to be. But we're stuck at the mustard seed. Right? No, you're supposed to see that. You're supposed to become that. That's where it starts, mustard seed. But we keep cycling. We keep staying at the mustard seed. No, you got to plant it. What about the growth? What about the maintenance? And so you're supposed to see trees. You're supposed to see trees that have grown. You're supposed to see the result of obedience. And so people are not faithful, diligent, consistent enough to produce this. Because it takes patience to produce that. It takes diligence. It takes commitment. It takes repetition, repetitious commitment, repetitious diligence, repetitious. People quit, right? So much repetition. The Bible's repetitious, right? You ever wonder why? Right? I just started talking about how we heard this before, right? He's repeating himself, right? And I just recently read Chronicles, and I was trying to get through. I was in First Chronicles, and it's like before you dive into the pool, dive into water. Okay, here we go. I know what I'm getting into, right? Names. And then you get Jabez, right? A breakthrough in there. names. And then other parts of the Bible, you got structures, right? Measurements, a cubit, and I forget the other measurements, right? But yeah, you hear that a lot: a cubit and a measure and a span, a cubit and a measure, a span, and 5 here and 2 there, and it was 4 square and a chamber and a cubit here, and overlay it there, and then it was a hanging here, and then architecture. It's like you're walking around the sides, and then at the court, and the pillars, and the chapiters, and the network, and the bracing, and the sockets, and the pins, and you kind of get lost. Like, okay, where are we? You're trying to draw it in your mind. Where are we? Right? How many? I can't imagine that weight. Right? And yet, he's gonna say it. He's gonna say it. There's no pictures. There's no pictures in the Bible. Unless you get one with pictures, but that's not the original, right? God didn't tell Moses, hey, draw this diagram, put this blueprint in there. No, it's just his words. I'm going to tell you these names, these genealogies. I'm going to repeat, right? Keep my commandments, and keep my commandments, right? And when you go over to the land, right, write my commandments and keep my commandments. Repetitious, because that's how we're supposed to live. Remember God. Yeah, tomorrow, what's the word? Remember God. And tomorrow, so why? Because on this day, you have a tendency, an opportunity to disobey, to forget. Because on that day, right, we have, life is a war, we have an enemy. And how do they fight wars? They have watchmen. Right? Because when are they going to come? Oh, the enemy just sent us a letter saying, on June 16th, here we come at 3 p.m. We're going to come and invade and try to surprise attack you. Right? They don't tell you. No, they'd rather take the 3rd or 4th watch of the night, right? When you're not watching, when you're not aware, when you're sleeping, they're going to look. They're watching you. They got binoculars. Right? They're hunched over. They're in prone position. They're lying down. They're behind some bushes. They got face paint on, and they're looking. No, not yet. They're still awake. And some guy is just sitting there, watching the enemy. That's the devil watching us, right? No, but they're gonna fall asleep soon. They just had a big meal. So I think in about 2 hours, we should be good. Yeah, there's 5 guys still awake. Not yet. Okay, we can go now, right? And then, yeah, he's going to send the signal. All the people are going to rise up from the grass. Oh, there were people there? Yeah, they were in camouflage. The devil's wearing camouflage. He is in the media. He is in the TV shows. He is your Simpson, Bart Simpson, Beavis and Butthead, right? Batman, Sonic the Hedgehog, right? Oh, those demons? Demons in there? Yeah, they're coming out. In your dreams, right? Oh, funny, cute little character. Wait, that's a demon? What's he doing? Why is he doing that? That's strange. That's weird. Why is he saying that? Right? The serpent came to Eve. Eve didn't freak out. Right? The serpent had some kind of appearance to make it so that she's not running away. Right? The serpent's talking and she's listening. It feels safe to have a dialogue. And so we feel safe to turn on the TV. It feels safe to hear the anchor man, the news people, the talking heads. It feels safe to watch these shows, these cartoons that seem like they're kids, but they're voiced by adults, written by adults, right? But they get past your senses, past your safety checks. Adults that have lived lives that are of some faith. They believe what? They believe some idol. They believe some God that's not God, not the living God, not the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, not the true and living God that blesses, some cursed God. They have some curses on them. They're transmitting it through their voiceover, through their writing, through the ideas that they commit, through all the assumptions, underlying assumptions that the world is without God, that you are without hope, that you are helpless, that laughing is all you can do, right? Just laugh, right? The comedians, what are they communicating? Hey guys, you know this is the best we got, right? Ha ha ha, laugh track. Ha ha ha. So you know, guys, all we can do is laugh about how bad things are, right, guys? Ha 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 ha. Anyways, we all know things aren't getting any better anytime soon, right? Ha 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 ha. Those are the jokes. Like, do you hear it? Do you know what that guy is saying? Do you know what the guy is? He's not providing any solutions, right? Just observations. And check this out. Ha ha ha. That's you. That's you. What's the cameraman pointing at? What are they watching? That's you. That's your life. Candid camera of you. That's your town. That's your city. That's your mom. That's your brother. That's your cousin. You're laughing at your own world. Right? And is it blessings? Right? Are you laughing because it's so good? It's not Isaac. It's not a blessing. It's not a miracle. That is for the diligent. That's a secret. God is a secret. He reveals himself to those that have climbed the mountain. Right? Jesus is here preaching the words of truth to those that have followed him up the mountain. So whoever's down there that didn't come up the mountain, they're not getting this doctrine. They're not hearing this. They're not hearing these words of life, these gracious words that make their hearts burn, that transform their lives, that move in their bowels, that turn in their bowels to turn them to compassion, to turn them back to the Father, the living Father, a Father in heaven. We have a Father in heaven. Yes, children, come back. They're not hearing that. They're not coming back to the Father because they're stubborn, they're rebellious, they're lazy, they have things. They have a wife, they have lands, they have things that they want to enjoy. They have a life. I'm not done yet. I'm not done sucking the orange juice out of this straw. I'm not done tasting this. I'm not done with this. I'm not done. But some are. Right? The woman with 5 husbands, and one that is not a husband. Right? No, she says, oh, once the Messiah is revealed, she's gonna surrender. She's gonna submit. Yes, I'm gonna go. And how does she go to Jesus? By going back to her town, telling people of Jesus, and becoming an evangelist. Come see a man. Come see a man. She immediately ministers, serves. Yeah, no, your name must be known. I got to tell people about you. I'm going to bring more to you. You saved me. You converted me. Let me draw others to you. So that's what we do. That's what we do. Because we don't give our ears to the devil. That's hidden. That's camouflaged in our world. Behind the smiling faces, behind all the things that appear like they're for us, but they're not. Isn't that funny that they call it snake oil? The medicines that they sell that is all sales and marketing, right? But it's all just, it doesn't do anything. They call it snake oil. Never considered that before until I became Christian. I was like, oh wait, snake. That's very significant. Snake oil, right? All the fake medicines. And God mentions medicine in His Word. No, I got medicines for you. I got medicines that you need. The actual medicine that will actually heal. Instead of all those other circular things that bounce you from one to another. I took this, and on the fine print it said I'd have this side effect, and then the doctor said I need that for this, which also had another side effect, and tumor here, and I need that medicine for this, and just dominoes. But the devil is watching. He's watching you, making sure that the time is ripe and the time is good for, okay, we can attack him now. He's let down his guard now. So knowing that our life is war, knowing that we have an enemy who's that diligent, the enemy is diligent too. And so we need to be diligent. It says, give the devil no place. Give the devil no place, because he's looking for a place. That's why. He's looking for a place. He's looking for a crack in the door, a crack in your armor. Ahab, when he got shot by the arrow, he specifically mentioned Ahab was armored. It got him right in between. He had a crack in his armor. He had a space, a joint, where the arrow could go through. Let me see if I could find that. Because I'm curious about the wording of that. Now that it comes up, and that was just an arrow. It says that the guy shot at a venture. Okay, so flipping through 1 Kings, we have Omri, and we know Ahab is Omri's son. So we're getting closer. Just have to flip the pages until Ahab dies. We come to the end of Ahab's life. And here it is. I see his chariot. And it came to pass in the meanwhile that the heaven was black with clouds and wind, and there was great rain, and Ahab rode and went to Jezreel. Okay, so he's not dead yet. He's experiencing rain, and he's going to see rain. This is when Elijah prays for the rain. And there's a small cloud. He tells his servant to go check 7 times. It's a small cloud. He hears the abundance of rain. So Ahab experienced that. He saw that. So he's accountable. He's accountable for what he's seen. We're accountable. God holds us accountable for what we know, what we've heard. And so that accountability, that standard, it goes up. It rises, because as we live life, as time passes, we hear more. So a lot of people, they don't respect that. They don't take heed to that the standards are getting higher, because God is telling you more. Whether you hear it, remember it, acknowledge it, or not, you're accountable. And that could be a scary thing, because we know Jesus said that one of the reasons he tells his parables, why he talks in parables, is so that they wouldn't understand and yet be accountable. Because they heard. And he told it in a parable so that they wouldn't catch it. He doesn't want them to catch it, lest you be healed. And yet some get it, some hear, and they get it. Especially those that stay with him. Right? So he explains to those that remain. So you have to be near him. You have to be near him. And stay near him. Because there are others that were near but left. They started in his proximity. But what took them away? Offense. Offense. Yeah, some people are church hurt today, and back then they were Jesus hurt. They were Jesus hurt. He told us to eat our flesh. I'm offended. They missed out. They missed out on truth, on eternal life, on all that God had for them. Though they saw the miracles, they saw the healing, they left. They missed out. They missed out. Okay, so it's taking a long time for Ahab to die. Ahab had a lot of time. Ahab had a lot of time. He's being rebuked by Elijah. There's a prophecy against him. And now we still need time for that to come to pass. It has to come to pass. Okay. So it's at the end of 1 Kings, chapter 22. And verse 35, and the battle increased that day, and the king was stayed up in his chariot against the Syrians and died at even, and the blood ran out of the wound into the midst of the chariot. Okay, so he gets shot in verse 34. And a certain man drew a bow at a venture and smote the king of Israel between the joints of the harness. Wherefore he said unto the driver of his chariot, turn your hand and carry me out of the host, for I am wounded. Okay, so yeah, I wanted to look that up too, because I said it was between his armor, but I remember he told Jehoshaphat, hey, why don't you dress up like the king? And for some reason, I'm not going to. Right? Maybe he got scared by the prophecy that Micaiah said, oh, you're going to die. Maybe he was avoiding that. Maybe if I don't dress up like the king, I won't be targeted. Go in disguise. So, it makes me wonder, like, what did he dress up as? Not a king? But I suppose he still had armor, going to battle. And so I am looking at the word harness, between the joints of the harness, wondering if that's armor. Because harness, I associate that with, like you harness on a horse or something. But yeah, you could have harness on your armor, between the joints of the harness. So I'm thinking that is between the armor. But I'm gonna ask about that. Between the joints of the harness. Wherefore he said unto the driver, right? Because that makes sense. The arrow is gonna hit, and if it hit and it's mentioning between these two places, what's it gonna be? It's probably gonna be the hard parts. And the arrow got in between where it can get through. And so, yeah, so that still applies in terms of warfare and giving place to the devil. Cracks, open doors, right, we call it. And what happens when you shut the door? And then you don't have an open door where he can come in. You have a shut door. It's access to the devil. We give the devil access, and yet you can have a closed door. You can be armored up. You can block the access, restrict his access, give him no access, right? Access to what? To your, what? When he comes in the door, where is he coming into? Your space, right? Your home, right? Where you live, your thoughts, right? What you think, in your mind, in your heart. He could infiltrate your thoughts. He could give you thoughts. He could influence your thoughts, your decision making, your heart, how you feel, even your personality, right? How you act to other people, how you appear to other people, how other people perceive you. And what's that going to do, right? If it's the devil, it's going to be no good. So it's going to be a loss. It's going to be a turn for the worse. People treating you badly, people avoiding you, people talking to you in a certain way. Maybe they're harsh to you. Maybe they lie to you. Maybe they restrain from you, right? Hold back from you. Maybe they, right? That's people, and it's, yeah, you can be in league with the stones too, or not, right? So it could be stumbling, right? You just trip on something. You have a frustrating life. You just trip on the stairs. You just, people, things. The devil can make you do that. Go into the water and the fire. Forget things, right? You locked your car keys in the car. You locked your house keys in the house. And you go off at the policeman. All these inopportune, inconvenient things. If you give the devil place. Give the devil place. Because we're in war. We're in war with the devil. The devil is active. He's diligent. And so, he's going to want to, he doesn't care. He doesn't care if you obey. If you obey, right, he's looking for the next opportunity. Well, okay, you got me. You got that one. You got that one. You obeyed God, right? But he's going to drive up to the next intersection. I'll wait for you here, right? You'll be here. He's going to meet you, right? The devil departed. Jesus overcame all the temptations, and it says he left him for a season. Right? So that was great. That was big. That revealed a lot to us. Right? That lets us know, how things work in the spirit. So we don't have to be confused and bewildered when, yes, we overcame. Yes, we obeyed. Yes, you did it. And you don't have to be confused and scared when there's the next opposition, right? The video games, they know that. Right? There's little principles everywhere. And that's where I encountered that, okay, so here's the boss, you beat the boss, but another one's coming up, right? Or there's some enemy that you beat, right? And then after a while, he's back again, right? They return. Same in warfare, same in spiritual warfare with the devil in your life. And you overcome, he pressures you, he tempts you, he sends temptations, and in a larger view, it's God testing you, right? So, who are you, right? So, what do you believe? So, what's your strength? So, what level are you on? So, and then you answer, right? By what you do. And God is so good and merciful. He's not there to fail you. He's there to strengthen you, to have you pass, to have you learn. So, if you fail, then the faithful, what they do, they get back up. They ask God, help me get back up. They ask God, help me to overcome. They ask God for more power, more strength, more wisdom. And God says, good. That was the purpose of that. So let me explain to you, right? Let me tell you. Let me give you this, right? More tool, more weaponry, more verses, more memory, more understanding, more love, more patience, more. And that's how we grow. And so we don't complain about hardship. We don't complain about the devil. We don't complain about battles. We don't complain. No, we put on our helmet. We load our gun. Right? We go, battle, we try, and we prosper. Right? Or we don't, and we get stronger. And then we go back, and then we prosper. Right? Again. So I'm going to just, video games, right? A lot of them were designed like this. So you go, and then you're going to lose, and then you level up, right? You get experience, and and then you're stronger, and then you can go back to some area that you lost or some enemy that you couldn't defeat before, but now you can because you got stronger, right? Very basic concepts. That's not just limited to games, but even, in basic, like a career path, right? You applied for that job, they said no. You got some skill, you took a course, you apply again, they said yes. Oh, it's so simple, of course. Right? You gain more experience at your job. You have more people writing your recommendations. You got some award of recognition. Oh, add that to your resume. Apply. Now you get in. Right? So same with God, and yet we don't apply it. We're not always I don't know, wise or hungry, consistent or honest about, wait, no, it applies here too. Why don't you do it here? People give up. Or people charge God. They blame God or blame situation, circumstance, and they don't want to pursue. They don't want to get back up. Oh, but you're a boxer. You want to get back up in the ring, right? But you don't want to get back up in your faith, right? People persist and they pursue. They understand that in other areas, right? They understand growth in other areas. They understand recovery in other areas. But with God, right, sometimes they just want to quit, but they'll have other excuses, right? Oh, church hurt. Oh, this person lied. Oh, right? And yet we see that that's not going to be accepted. That's not going to be accepted because nothing else accepts your excuse, right? The careers, the jobs, the company doesn't follow up with you saying, hey, we're sorry. Don't give up. No, keep applying to our company. We'll hire you. Just get more experience. No, right? If you give up, then you just don't see, right, the benefits. You don't see the growth, and you did it to yourself. And yeah, that's what I remember from. I heard that a lot through schooling, right? A lot of teachers, they would say that. Say, hey, you can cheat. You can cheat. I know some of you guys cheat, but you're only cheating yourself. And you're not stealing anything from me. You're the one paying to come to school, or your parents are. You guys pay money to be here, right? And they're like, oh, you want to cheat on the test? You're cheating from yourself, that you're taking from your own account. You grow up, you pass this test, you pass that, you cheat your way in, you're going to fail over there. You're just kicking the can down the road. And yeah, that's fall on the rock, or the rock falls on you. A lot of times, that's our walk in the faith, is God presents something hard, right? And you do it. You do it. And then you get stronger, though it was hard to do it. Or avoid it. Be a procrastinator. Yeah, say, no, I don't want to do that. I'm afraid. Or, no, that's too hard. That would take too much strength. Oh, no. I don't know, that'd be too embarrassing. That'd be too hard. That'd take too much energy. That would, blah, 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 whatever. And you avoid it. It's going to come back around. You're going to have to eat something else, right? Disobedience, then the devil's waiting. Oh, that's an open door. Disobedience opens the door. You just heard that latch click. Oh, that was that door unlocking. Oh, something big just came in. Yeah, that's a consequence. Disobey, you forget God, you don't hearken to God, then temporarily, oh, it seems like you found a better way, an easier way. Hasten not to be rich, and play the lotto, right? Or you steal something, or you take the fast track somewhere, right? And you sacrifice prayer time or something, right? Some kind of compromise, and you can profit instantly, but there's a destroyer that just came. Right? Someone just came in through your window because you did that. And yeah, bad things are going to happen. But and it's going to feel bad. You're going to suffer. So you were afraid of suffering, right? From doing that little thing, obedience. And maybe I shouldn't call it little. Because why would you not do it, right? It feels or seems like that's going to be a lot of suffering. But we have to have the perspective in mind. What seems like a lot, we have to count it as small, right? Because that's perspective, right? Comparison. You perceive the bigger thing. No, if you avoid this, if you don't obey and do this, though it seems hard, it seems like suffering, compare it with that, right? What comes on you, right? What's going to come and bite you, what you're going to have to suffer for how long. Yeah, no, be mindful of that. And so that's why, that's what we heard today in church. You still have the wound from your previous disobedience, right? Or you still have the wound, the blueness of a wound. It cleanses away iniquity, right? Oh, no. I remember. So that helps. That helps. If you have that mind, we need that mind. And faith will connect that, right? Oh, no, I know where I got this. I know how this happened, right? I got this bruise. It's still tender. I'm still recovering from it. Then you're going to be more mindful. The next thing that comes up, do this. Oh, yes. Oh, it's hard, but I'm going to do it. That's just a little bit of pain, yeah, compared to, because you know, right? You've tasted that other thing. No, I don't want that. So compared to that, this is small, right? So, yeah, he says, fall on the rock. Fall on the rock. Don't let the rock fall on you. You do it. And God presents those opportunities. At first, he gives you an option. Obey or disobey. Oh, you disobeyed. Okay, here's the consequence. No choice on this one, right? No, God, why don't you give me a choice to accept the consequence or not? No. That choice is obey or disobey. And then if you choose disobedience, this is coming. And you don't get a choice on this one. And same with the blessing, though, right? Obey or disobey, right? Oh, I choose obedience. It's hard. It's going to take from me. It might be a little scary. Yeah, but then, you obeyed. Here's the blessing, right? And no choice. You're going to be blessed, right? And how come you're not saying, no, let me choose to accept the blessing or not? No, you like it, right? But you want to choose the consequence, right? When the consequence comes, can I say, no, I don't want this. No, make it stop. So since both are coming, right? Whether you obey or disobey, the curse or the blessing, that it's going to come. It's going to come and overtake. Might as well obey, though it's going to be, it's going to cost you, right? A little, though, a little. Count it as little. Always know that it's a little. Always compare it to, well, if I don't, though, it's going to be much worse. It's going to be much more painful. So we obey, we're diligent, and that's how the mustard seed faith can become a fruitful tree, a big tree, a result, something you can see, something that you can show, something that's visible, it's evident. So your faith is evident, it becomes evident. You can't have mustard seed faith, that's mustard seed faith today, and then mustard seed faith tomorrow, and then mustard seed faith the day after that. No, how come you're not planting it? Why is it still in your hand? Stop showing it around to everyone. Oh, look, my mustard seed. Look, I got this mustard seed. No, we want to see you planting. Right? We want to see you looking at a piece of dirt. Right? My mustard seed down there. My mustard seed. Yeah, no, say that. Yeah, that person is going to have hope. Right? That person is going to be excited. I'm watering it. Yeah, no, look at the ground, right? Yeah, it's down there. Plant it. That's the man who obeyed. Oh, I obeyed, so I know something's coming, right? So you water it. And again, the consistency, right? Because the devil's going to have you step on it, right? Step on that thing. What are you doing? You just killed it. Right? You can't trample over it. You got to water it, care for it. But the devil has us do the opposite thing. Oh, you obeyed. It's okay. Let me try to frustrate you, slow you down. Let me try to distract you. Let me try to something. Right? It's camouflaged. And yet, so I saw the show a long time ago about snipers. I was intrigued. The training that they do. They have people go out there. And so you're a sniper. You got this gun that shoots long range with a scope, and they're supposed to shoot the guy, they don't actually shoot him because it's your teammate, because you guys are training. But they're supposed to spot the guy. And his job is to try to sneak up on the sniper. And the sniper is looking around, but he can't find him because he's camouflaged and is moving very slowly. So the guy is watching, looking, and trying to spot where he is. And so the devil, he's going to do that. He's going to do that. Right? Try to be undetectable. Try to be undetectable. And you're trained. God trains you so that you can spot it. So you learn what to look for. The normal eye, they can't see it. So for the worldly person, unsaved, they don't know. They're watching devils. They're looking straight at the devil. The show might even be called Devil. That's how bad it is. That's how far we've come. That's how much they're being mocked, right? Oh, the hero is the devil. And you like this show? Wait, you think that's okay? You can't even acknowledge that's evil? Come on, evil, schmeevil, good, evil. I mean, what's that nowadays? What is truth? What is evil? What's anything? Right? Everything's everything. Nothing is nothing. What are you saying? What are you saying? You lost language. You lost distinction. You lost comprehension. You don't... Yeah, as long as it looks... It's beautiful. They got nice lighting. The cinematography is so beautiful. The angles that they shoot at. The music. Oh, the music. You just got a lot of demons. Yeah, you just let it all slide. It's pleasurable. I saw poetry. Oh, they rhyme. Yeah, when they speak, they rhyme. And you're enticed by that, seduced by that. But God gives us eyes that can see, that can discern. Oh, he's right there. Yeah, the sniper who's trained was able to do that. Oh, wait, that's a little off. Now that doesn't belong there. No, the branches, the leaves, they don't do that. Oh, look, there's a little straight line there. In nature, no, there's no right angles. There's no straight edges here. Oh, there you. I see you. I see you right there. How'd you find me? How'd you see me? Right? Oh, there's a little glimmer on the scope. The sun reflects on the glass. Oh, there it is. I see you. And you know what to look out for. It's probably gonna come this way. If I was out there, I would hide over there. Oh, that's where you are. And God trains your eyes. He lets you know what to look out for, what to see, what you're seeing. So, yeah, we could turn on the TV and turn it right off, right? Nope, not that. You could change the channel. Oh, change it back, right? No, I know what that is, right? You could turn off. You could get rid of the TV in your home. Oh, I know what this is, right? Put this whole thing in the garbage. Oh, that's a door. Oh, I know what that is now, right? He's going to have you graduate. Like, not that show, not this 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 show, not. Throw this whole thing away, right? What is this good for? What was I doing all my life? He's going to show you. He trains you. And he gives you a mind, an ear, an eye. He gives you bones. He gives you life. He gives you blood. He gives you functioning strength. He gives you joy. He makes you a living person because he made all things. He made life. And he wants us to be resurrected. Come back alive. Yeah, the devil really did a number on you guys. Suck the blood out of you. Suck the life out of you. Suck understanding out of you. So you're walking dead. Right? You're walking pale skin. You're dead. You're dead. All the life has been drained out of you. And you take pills to convince yourself you're not dead. The pill's running out. I need another dose. Right? Yeah, you're not living. You're not living. Right? You're hooked on that. You don't know where life comes from. Right? Even that is empty. Right? You're smiling, and your face is tired, and you feel no joy. Right? I'm still depressed, though. I'm still depressed. Everything's so funny, and I'm depressed. What's going on? Right? You become like, people are freaked out, right? Wait, he's smiling, he's laughing, and he's saying he's depressed. What's going on? You're confusing other people. The children are freaked out, right? Yeah, they buy their own shows, TV shows, right? They watch their own cartoons and they cry. Right? Because adults are making it. Yeah, there's deranged minds. So yeah, your children have nightmares after watching cartoons because it seems innocent. It's blue, yellow, red. Right? Is that the primary colors? Right? Blue, yellow, red. I think. Yeah, and then you got the other ones: green, purple, orange. Yeah, bright colors, bright colors. So it seems like what could be harmful with that? But who's drawing that? Who's writing the story? Right? And what's the message it's telling? Especially nowadays, it's become very confused. They used to have a moral to every story, right? And so kids, don't do this, do that. Now it's just ha ha ha. Okay, turn it off. So what you learn? What, I'm supposed to learn something? No, was it funny or not? Right? Was it blasphemous or not? That's what it's come to. Yeah, they don't care. The adults don't care. They're not following up. No content, no substance, and that's perfectly fine. In fact, like the more empty it is, the more hollow it is. Now, yeah, it's become upside down. The better it is, right? The movies. I remember I used to like that. The ambiguity. I thought that was so modern, so advanced. Yeah, you can't tell who's the good guy, who's the bad guy. Whoa, so deep. That's like a life. Yeah, because your life is cursed. Because you can't tell what's good, what's evil, who's good and who's bad. So when the movies do that to you, like, so you don't know who was the good guy, who was the bad guy. You think it's like a revelation that's so true, but it's not. It's not. You live a lie, so you like the lie. And yeah, so when I came to God, read the Bible, I said, wait, no, oh man. It's like back to when I was a kid. No, there are good guys. There is good and evil. Right? Someone confused me. Someone lied to me. They lied me out of that truth. No, there's good and evil. Kids inherently understand that. Yeah, I remember they did some kind of study. They showed little kids just basic concepts of like a little puppet show. Like this guy, he's stealing from this guy, right? And then they have the baby like react to this character or that character, and they clearly show, oh, I like him, I don't like him. Right? Oh, why? No, they understand. That's bad. That's evil. He's the bad guy. He's the good guy. And they know at a very young age. Yeah, that was very surprising to me. I was like, oh man, look at that. That's in us to know. They judge. The babies judge. And what happens when we grow up? Don't judge. What happened to us? What happened? What happened through those years? We get dumber? Right? No, don't judge. You can't judge. There's no good and evil. What? Well, we knew more truth when we came out of the womb. Oh, good. That's evil. Reward him. Punish him. Get away from me. I like you. Right? There's good and there's evil. And the Bible, is going to say, no, that's true. That is true. There is good. There is evil. Discern. Right? And the devil is going to get all in the media, confuse you with all these shows and these colors and these songs so that you let the devil in. Because no, God made you so that you don't like the devil. I don't like evil. And then the devil's going to whisper to you so that you change your mind. Oh, you're not that bad. Come on in. I'm sorry I kicked you. I'm sorry I locked the door on you. Right? No, I like lies and theft and robbery and destruction. And then you look over there and you have questions. Why is this happening? Why is this happening in my life? Because you let him in. You let him in. So God is helping us out. And the devil is saying he's helping us out. But God is helping us out. Right? But we're falling asleep on God. Therefore, it shall be when ye be gone over Jordan. Right? Therefore, because you're hooked on all the cuss words. You're hooked on the explosions and the car chases. What is that giving you? Right? What can you discern about good and evil? You saw another car explosion. You saw another jet fly and shoot a missile. You saw an action, right? And yeah, I remember when I was young, adults despising that. Like, I don't like action shows. That's junk. And I didn't like that they said that. I like the action shows. Let's watch an action movie, something fun, something I like. They said, no, let's watch a drama, something deep, something where you can actually get something. Oh, that was deep. Oh, that makes me consider. I was like, no, I like the action, the guns. And my cousin made fun of me for that. He's like, John, I know what movies you like. When we went to Blockbuster, he said, I know what movie you're gonna want to see. I said, how do you know? It's like, as long as the guy has a gun on the poster, you like it. It's like, that's true, isn't it? That's what I like. That's true. No, it's not. I'm not that predictable. He's like, look, you like this. Die Hard, you like this, right? It's like, yeah. It's like, see? This guy has a gun. And how about this? You like that too, right? Yeah. You see, he has a gun. Action, right? Boom, boom, boom. But what are you learning? What are you getting from it? You're getting deafened. Your conscience is being seared. It's not teaching you this is good, this is bad. It's teaching you entertainment, vanity. And so, yeah, when we read, therefore it shall be, when ye be gone over Jordan, that ye shall set up these stones. I don't get it. You're bored with the truth, with your life-saving truth. Right? Put on this lifesaver. Put on this lifesaver. And you're saying, I'm bored. I don't want to put on this lifesaver. No, put it on. Put it on. Get on this ark. I'm bored. I don't want to listen to Noah. Right? I don't want to listen to Lot. I got this. I'm entertained. Leave me alone. And you want to die. Right? When the fire falls. Oh, wait. So if you listen to that guy, the boring guy, oh no, you wouldn't be here in the midst of fire. Right? Oh, I'm burning. My skin is burning. Oh, now. Right? Now you want a way out. No, God is telling you early. God is telling you early. I know it doesn't seem that bad. I know the fire is not in your room. Right? I know you're not surrounded by fire. I know you don't have a devil stabbing you and stabbing you again. And he's so merciful. He's telling us now. So before that happens, right? Before you're doomed, listen while you have a good environment, while there's clouds, leaves, dirt on the ground. Seems like there's peace. It's for a reason. It's for a purpose. So you can focus on the word. Right? Peaceful, right? No war, no bombs right now. Right? You're not living in wartime right now. What are you doing? Do you know what this day is for? Do you know what this day of peace is for? Therefore it shall be, when ye be gone over Jordan, that ye shall set up these stones, which I command you this day in Mount Ebal, and you shall plaster them with plaster. Yes, I need this. This is good. Tell me, God. Yeah, you need to aggressively get in this word. I need more, God. And what? And there shall you build an altar unto the Lord your God, an altar of stones. You shall not lift up any iron tool upon them. Okay, I wonder what that means. I want to know more. Let me consider that. Chew on that. And keep eating. You shall build the altar of the Lord your God of whole stones, and you shall offer burnt offerings thereon unto the Lord your God. Okay, so that's what we do. That we offer unto God. Let's do that. Yeah, change your mind. Change your thinking. Right? You want to be shaped by the word of God. Oh, this is life. This is our relationship with God. God is God. We must offer to God. We must obey these words. Right? And you shall offer peace offerings and shall eat there and rejoice before the Lord your God. Rejoice. Yeah, we rejoice because he commands us to rejoice. You shall rejoice. That's a command. That's a command. You shall rejoice and rejoice. You shall offer peace offerings. You shall eat there and rejoice before the Lord your God. His command is to live. You better live. You must live. I did this. You better rejoice. Right? Acknowledge God is good. Acknowledge you receive good. Acknowledge you live in the midst of goodness. And yeah, you don't? Okay, you don't like to rejoice? You don't like to be grateful? You know what the opposite of that is? You want to taste that? Okay, I'll leave you to it. I'll let you go. Right? And then, yeah, oh man, I don't like this. Yeah, you asked for it. You forgot. You chose to forget God. You chose to ignore God. You chose to not read this word. You chose to, what are you doing? Right? What are you doing on Sunday? All your friends are going to church. What are you doing? Where are you? You know where that leads? Man, these shoes are, man, the weather is so, yeah, not grateful. How does that feel? How does that feel? Right? Not grateful, not rejoicing, depressed. I just don't feel like it. I don't want to. You don't want to do this? You don't want to do that? I don't want to go anywhere. I just want to stay in my room. I just want to turn off the lights. I don't feel good. Oh, and you're sick, right? Yeah, it's going to make you sick. Yeah, I'm sick of these people. I'm sick of that. And I'm actually sick. I'm tired. Man, my body hurts. And I'm dying. And you're dead. And that's the course of life without God. And it doesn't come to his mind that, oh, this is a symptom of a lack of God, a lack of gratitude, a lack of remembering God, a lack of offering to God. And Jesus told us, he diagnosed it. Oh, you want to keep your life? You're going to lose it. You're going to lose it. You give up your life for his sake, you'll find it. You don't know where life is, right? You're looking in all the wrong places. That's why you do not have life. You chase it and yet you don't have. Yeah, James is going to talk about that with prayer too. You ask, you don't ask. You ask amiss. You don't know God. Right? You're not paying attention. You're not listening to him. You're listening to all the wrong sources. You're doing it in all the wrong ways. Why? Because you're not hearkening diligently. So he's showing us, his command is to live, and he shows us how to live, and we ignore all that. Ignore all that. I don't want you, God. You know what you're saying. I don't want life. I want death. Yeah, and you learn all the ways of death. And yet it's not going to be titled death. It's going to be titled Simpsons. Right? It's going to be titled, a day in the life of Archie. Right? It's going to be titled, some cartoon character. Right? Some Cheers. Yeah, the show. The name of the show. Cheers. Right? Friends. Right? It's just, how can this be evil? Just forget God. Just forget God. You won't have friends. You won't have cheer. But that's the show you watched, right? And it told you how to live. Just laugh, have some jokes, all in a day's work. No, life is not about telling jokes and laughing. And yet that's all you're going to see. You turn on the TV and life is being modeled for you in that little box, right? You watch it. This is life. Right? You don't know that. You don't know that because that's not overt. There's no professor saying, okay, and the show you're about to watch is going to teach you about life, and you're going to pick up an understanding of how to live life. So here it is. No, he's not introducing you. He's not telling you how your mind works. He's not telling you how this communication works, how this medium is seducing you and communicating, installing into you. You just eat it, and you don't know that it's in you and how it's programming in you, how it's infesting you, and how that's going to play out, how that's going to come out of you. You just took that in. Emptiness, vanity, hollow, meaningless life. And yeah, you're going to ask, why am I depressed? Because you took something in that's empty, something that's no substance, something that's darkness. You don't know how depressing it is because it's masked by laughter. Life is meaningless. We just tell jokes. I'm the Fresh Prince. Oh, yeah? Oh, watch me dance. Oh, that's so funny. And, oh, look who came in the door. Uncle so-and-so. Yeah, you know what just happened to me before I got here? Ha, 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 ha. And you turn off the TV and you don't know why you feel so empty. You can't make the connection. Oh, no, it's not the show that I watched. That made me laugh. That was a source of joy. No, that's very depressing. And to watch people who are reading a script and it's designed to make you laugh, not learn of God, not remember God, not know what life's about, it doesn't remind you that you're a worshiper of God. what your role is, what you're made for, your purpose in life. It's directly communicating right under the veil, just right under the paper thin veil. Life is meaningless, but it's communicated as a joke, right? You're smiling as you're eating it. Life is meaningless. You don't hear that. You don't hear that. You don't hear that. You don't hear what the serpent said. Yes, Eve. What did God say? Right? He has a motive. He has a purpose, an intention with his communication. Disobey. Right? But no, first he's going to say, let's talk about the law of God. Let's talk about it. But his intention is disobey. Disobey God. Do what God told you not to do. Right? And then, but he's not going to say it overtly. He's going to say, you're not going to die. God's holding back from you. He's not telling her disobey. That's all he has to say. I just want to communicate with you. And he slips it under. He's just slipped it under her door. Thanks for giving me a little place. I just needed that little bit of space to slip this under your door. And I'm out. Bye. And her perspective, it was affected. That God is withholding from us. Where'd you get that idea? Did God tell you that? Has God ever been evil to you? No, but I heard a voice. I heard a suggestion. Some subtle communicator put that in my mind. I never considered it before, but now I do. I just can't get it out of my mind. That's such an enticing thought. I mean, what if he is? But he's not. We have no evidence for it. But I can imagine. It might be. It could be. So that's vain. Right? You have no evidence for it. You have no reason. It's not reasonable to think that. But there was some diabolical liar who's after your life, who's after your jugular, who's wanting to kill you, that just slipped that communication in there. Disobey. And she's going to disobey. She's going to disobey. And we watch TV and we don't know what it's making us do, what we're letting into our lives. Yeah, and you didn't open the Bible. Again, another day. Right? Oh, because, you had enough. You're full. You're full with the world. You're full in the flesh. You got no room for the Spirit, these words of life. You shall write upon the stones all the words of this law very plainly. And Moses and the priests, the Levites, spake unto all Israel, saying, take heed and hearken, O Israel. This day you are become the people of the Lord your God. You shall therefore obey the voice of the Lord your God and do his commandments and his statutes, which I command you this day. Right? So that's what you should be hearing. That's what they were hearing. That's what was broadcast from God. That's what you should hear when you turn on the TV. When you turn on the TV, you shall therefore obey the voice of the Lord your God and do his commandments and his statutes, which I command you this day. End of programming. Right? Yeah, turn it off. What else did you come here for? Right? And we got everything else. We got everything else. All the sitcoms, all the drama and comedy, all the pornography, all the vain shows, right? And drama and action and comedy and information, news, education, right? The Sesame Street. Yeah, what do you want? What else do you want? God has life for you, but you don't want that. Right? You're not at church. You're watching TV. And why do they have TV on Sunday? Right? Who's watching TV? Right? We're confused. We don't know what life's for, what life's about. I remember in high school, I was at a dormitory, and they had it's called chapel. They didn't call it church. They called it chapel. And I thought it was a big inconvenience. Right? Why are they making us go here at this time? Like, it's free time. It's a weekend. I don't have classes. I want to enjoy the day doing my own thing. And I remember I felt inconvenienced, right? Going to chapel, and I guess maybe it used to be church. Sometimes they would sing, I think it was Christian songs, they talk about Bethlehem, and they give us the lyrics to it and we'd sing. People don't want to be told what to do. So then, they still had some kind of remnant, some fragment of how they used to run schools, run the youth, right? No, this is what we do. No, you don't get out of this. No, this is integral. You can't take this out. Yeah, we teach you this and this, but we're not going to leave this out. And so even, when I was in high school, they still had that implemented. And so those things, they're eroding, they're going away. That used to be just taken for granted. No, this, of course. But now, they've taken God out of schools. They made it illegal to put it in schools. They're changing the laws, and they're gaining ground. They're having more and more people forget God, be unfamiliar with God. And so the darkness, it is growing, it is spreading. Its influence, its reach, its appeal to more people, the masses, and the next generations. And so we do see that is happening currently. So you're living in the midst of that. But you don't have to die. You don't have to join them. You don't have to remain asleep, remain dead. God's word is still available. There are still Christians. This gospel is still being preached. Who's going to turn aside? Who's going to be saved? Who's going to not die? Who's going to believe in God? Who's tired of all this darkness and emptiness and vanity? Right? Because there are people in it that haven't turned to God, and yet they know it. They sense it. They feel it. Right? They admit it. Right? And then of those, a few turn to God. Oh, maybe they remember. Maybe someone preaches to them. But also many don't. They acknowledge this is dumb. This is empty. What are we doing? And yet they still won't turn to God. And they still won't. They still won't turn to God. The source is right there. The answer is Jesus. So until you receive Jesus and live for him, you're not applying any solutions. Jesus is the answer. The answer. You're just symptom treating. Like the domino effect we're talking about, with one medication leading to another, leading to another. Life is going to be full of chaos and confusion. You're not going to be able to connect, make real connections of causes. The root cause that they talk about in the world, they talk about, oh yes, no, we care about what we really are concerned. We want to address the root causes, and yet it won't be the root cause. It's just all talk. They treat the symptom, they call it the root, but the root, is Jesus in your life. Jesus, no solution. You haven't actually found and applied the solution. Jesus is the solution. There's no solution. If you don't have Jesus, what are you doing? That's not the answer. That's not the formula. That's not the potion. Snake oil. That's snake, right? From that one source. Lies. Oh, you just, dish out more money, lose more money, right? Pay for that. Chase that rabbit hole. Go down that way. The prodigal son. He started off with a lot of money. He had to lose it all. Waste it all. He's not convinced until, no, I got to taste this, try that, taste this. He looks at the pigs. There's a famine. He's hungry. Oh, I'm in pain, right? I haven't eaten. There's pain on the inside of my stomach. I want to eat what these pigs are eating, or else I'm going to die. Am I a pig? Am I going to go that low? Do I just give up on being human? Just join the pigs? And many do. It's a trough. It's a feed. Your Facebook feed, your Instagram feed. It's called a feed. They feed you. You're in the feed. You're with the pigs. Just eat. No discernment. What am I eating? What am I exposing myself to? What's going into my eyes? What's going into me? What substance is this? What substance have I become? Oh, I become this. I'm not this. I'm laughing at it. Oh yeah, the Joker, it looks very evil. I'm not that. I'm just watching it. No, you're not. You're not just watching. You're becoming it. You become what you see. So the prodigal son, no, it came to his mind. No, I have a father. 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 And those that are with the Father, they eat better than this. They're not pigs. I don't have to be a pig. I have a father. I have a father. And the beacon was flashing. Oh, it's turned on. Oh, it's calling. Yeah, no, I'm a son. I'm a son. I'm a son. A son of God. You can be a son of God today. I know. He turned back. He ran back. He didn't join. That's the Broadway. The pigs. Pigs. He said, Moses and the priests and the Levites spake unto all Israel, saying, Take heed and hearken, O Israel, this day you are become the people of the Lord your God. You can become the people of the Lord your God. Take heed and hearken. God speaks, God is speaking. His sheep hear his voice and obey his voice. Obey. So you hear God calling, respond. Right? You hear his commandments, obey. Right? Know how to respond, know what to do, or else you won't know life. You won't know life. You won't know what to do. You won't know what you're doing. You won't know who you are. You won't even know what the words are that you're saying. Right? We talk. What did I just say? What am I saying? Yeah. Dementia, loss of comprehension, loss of understanding. It doesn't even have to be dementia. It doesn't have to be a disease, a known disease, an active disease. Right? People in their right minds, with sane, they talk. They say, what did I just say? Man, what am I even saying? Right? Yeah, they come to those. They stop what they're doing. What am I even doing in life, right? In this moment? What am I doing? Right? I'm breathing. I'm alive. Yeah, there's some frustration. There's a question mark because you haven't applied the solution. You haven't found the life, the way, the truth, right? There's no other. There's no other life. There's no other way. There's no other truth. Jesus is the way. There's no other way. You're not on a way. There's no way. No Jesus, no way. No Jesus, no life. No Jesus, no truth. You're living a lie if you're not living out the life that Jesus called you to live. Life in Jesus Christ. That's the only life. There's no life outside of Jesus Christ. In Jesus' name.